Hey guys, so we are working on this hat rack. I don't have a lot of hats. I think I have like 10 hats, ball caps. So I just made one that holds 10. These were laser cut on the laser. These pieces were not, and I happen to have some walnut in the shop. Online on Etsy, I see bigger ones that hold 10, 20, and 30 hats. That's a little overkill for what I've got.
So this is the Xtool Creative Space, which is the software that Xtool provides to design laser cut projects. I sped it up quite a bit because this is more about the woodworking aspect. But if you want, drop a comment below and I will create a separate video just for the laser design. Sometimes the laser doesn't cut deep enough, and this is what you're left with. It looks good on one side, but it didn't quite go all the way through. So I ran this one through the drum sander. It's nice to have a little walnut in the shop. Comment below, what would you have in your shop? I would highly recommend this rigid oscillating sander. It's been a game changer for the last couple of years. I bought it secondhand from a friend. What I'm sanding off is the actual black char from using a laser to make this. I don't have a CNC, and I don't want to see the laser char on most of the project.
One thing I like to use is a keyhole bit. If you haven't used those are great. You don't have to use any mounting hardware. You just put a screw in the wall or wherever you want to mount it, and this puts a hole in your work but holds it. So I made this little jig. You mark the center and you make this the width of your you have to do some test cuts, but make it the width of your router base. Then once you do a test cut, you'll see how long you want your hole to be that holds your screw. So we're going to do that. I've got the center marked on the backs. You know, most of the ones I see online, they put a couple of screws. I don't like that if you can avoid it. This is just a quick little step. It makes it a little cleaner in my mind, and I like to see the wood, not the screws. I also chose to not use screws on this. It's just glue. And honestly, this joint could have been better up here. So we'll see how it holds together. I just didn't want to ruin the look I really like the clean lines without screws. So I'll give you feedback after I use this for a couple of months to see how it held up. If I was going to do it differently, I would probably use, if I had a CNC, I would make these thicker, the sides, and use a brass dowel or brass rod. And I think that would highlight and complement the walnut. So let's cut this. Alright, so we're just going to line up the center point that I marked and the center point on this keyhole jig. Then I clamp it on both sides. Probably don't need to clamp it on both, but I like to. Put your PPE on and let's route it. Okay, now one thing I had to do, usually I have longer boards that I use this keyhole on, and I realized it wouldn't place the hole correctly. So I added this little spacer. So now let's see what we got. Now you can see we've got the hole, the keyhole, and the screws just going to go up on the wall and will be held.
Sorry for the bad lighting. I had 2 bulbs burned out, and I didn't realize until later that I should just turn on the bedside lamp. This blue painter's tape trick works really well to make your own mounting template. You just put the tape on the back of your piece, push through where the holes are for your screws, and then you tape it on your wall and drill your holes. Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate your feedback, and let me know what you're working on in the shop this week. Get out there and make something.